wanted to talk about the idea of this. Call it the re-enchantment of the world. Right? How does what we're teaching you about the nature here connect with the movement? Why natural skills and natural movement? When I first started parkour, when you first start parkour, when anybody does, basically you have this experience of the opening of a parkour vision. It's a really cool thing because you drive through your city and you think to yourself, that wall is a wall I could do a wall pass over. That's a Kong to a cat. That's a precision jump. That's a running cat leap. That's an underbar. And all of a sudden the whole world is like, it's like a candy store. It's filled with rich, interesting, fun things for you to pay attention to. And that makes life more interesting. So you have parkour vision. And then as I started taking my stuff into nature, it's like, okay, where are the trees? How do I know which type of trees to look? How do I know where to look? So all of a sudden, I have a reason to be engaged with what species of trees is this that I'm playing on? Well, why does it form this way here and that way there? And so it gives a greater depth to walking through the woods. So 2 years ago, I had been teaching involvement play for 2 years, and I've been traveling a lot, and I had some physical problems that had come up with like stress-related fatigue. I taught a seminar down in San Francisco. I took RC there. We were going to film a video because there's beautiful trees down there for that seminar, but I went out to scout and get ready for this video, and I just felt really not right. But I was like, oh, I'm just going to get this one Instagram clip. We found one of the coolest trees we've ever seen. The picture of it is so rad. This beautiful, beautiful Australian tea tree. And I was like, okay, I got to do a really cool Instagram clip with this. And I started trying to warm up, and I really felt like my brain broke. It was like, crack. And I lost the ability to do a lot of my parkour. I taught the seminar fine, but I came back and I climbed like 6 feet up in a tree, and I had like anxiety, a serious anxiety attack, heart palpitations. And it took me like 3 months to develop myself back to the point where I could kind of take on the same type of physical practice that I had. So I was looking for a way to heal myself, and one of the things I wanted to do is I wanted to have a physical practice that I did every day, no matter what it looked like. I just needed to do something. So what I did was I would walk down through, there's a park called Park right next to my house. Beautiful nature, pretty similar to this, going right to the sound. So I'd walk through that park every day. And then I'd go down to the sound, and I'd climb this tree as high as I could handle, and then I'd go down and run along the driftwood, and then I'd swim in the ocean in the winter. And as I was walking through the woods, I just started having this question about like, what's going on in these woods? I want to know, like, where are the animals? How do they interact with each other? What is this plant? What does this mean? And a lot of people who are interested in my stuff are interested in bushcraft. It's a common interest. And I started recognizing that there's this whole world of information that we're basically blind to. What are the plants? What are their medicinal uses? What is the type of food that they have? What do they say about the climate? What kind of animals are being here? What do the tracks say? And I thought about it, and I thought, imagine how poor you would be if you couldn't read. How many beautiful stories you would be denied if you couldn't read a book. How much information that's relevant you'd be denied. And isn't that precisely how illiterate we are about the natural world? That there's literally stories happening all around us all the time, and the information is there for us to know those stories, but we can't read it. We don't know the letters, we don't know the words, we don't know how it's formed, we don't know the grammar, we don't know the syntax. We're blind to the information that's coming at us all the time from the natural world. And that information is the information that was most relevant to us through the majority of our evolutionary period. So when I walk through the woods, what I want to be able to do is I want to be able to read the land. I want to be able to read what it means. I want to see how it's changing. I want to know the stories, because I feel that will literally make life more meaningful. It will make life more meaningful it will enchant the world. Instead of walking through a wall of green that means nothing to me, I walk through an incredibly rich tapestry of stories that I can interpret and I can understand. And so for me, the things that I'm teaching about movement are deeply connected to this capacity to connect with and comprehend the environment.